This is the Theta Network 1 month overview reading for the month of July 2024. It's currently June 4th, 2024, 7:07 p.m. Eastern Time. Theta Network at the time of this reading is $2.13, that's USD. And the shuffle video for the Theta Network July reading was created on May 24th, 2024 at 1:46 a.m. Eastern Time. That's the video playing for you in the lower left corner. Now, the overall theme of behavior for the month of July, we have a prominent peak on a 1-year chart scale that we sell off from pretty notably on a multi-day scale. It's crossed with multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. Behavior around the highest high, we have a U-shaped dip that forms near the intersection of two perpendicular diagonal trend lines. Usually when you see that in the high position, it means there's two highs on either side of a low. And then we have a nullified science card for the low significator, making it a little bit difficult to determine exactly where the timing of the low is. But my sense is that based on the sneak preview card being the failure card, and when we look at the 1 year, we probably have a lower price level. We probably have a lower low in August than we do in July. Now, I'm going to get into the day-by-day chart behavior as well as timing the highs, the lows, and the best trade opportunities. But before I do that, I just want to make sure you're aware. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, and 5% of the profits from every profitable trade utilizing this information should be donated forward to one of these charities, or pick a charity of your choosing as long as you're paying 5% forward, and then 5% should be sent back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use Wise or you can use YouTube tips, and that leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's get back into it. So on the first, we have a sideways S formation within a channel. It's pretty mixed, but there's a high, our first highest high thus far, and a trade opportunity. We decline out of the first into the second, and on the second, there's a fast sudden move higher, ending the decline on another trade opportunity. But that fast sudden move higher, there's another significant decline off of it on the cusp of the second, third. So it looks like a lot of price change on the third, and we have a trough at the end of the day, or on the cusp of the third, fourth, an important trough on a 1 month scale. The decline into that trough, or the decline on the fourth, offers opportunity to open up a position. I'll talk about in more detail in the paid version. It looks like we probably go from decline to a rally towards the end of the day on the fourth, but that's followed by a sharp decline. Well, in any case, the decline on the fourth offers trade opportunity. We have a breakout on the multi-day scale on the fifth, and on the sixth, we have an important cash out opportunity, important trade opportunity. Usually when you see the Princess of Discs, it indicates a lot of price change surrounding an important price level, important support level. It also usually indicates a cash out opportunity. We have a lowest low thus far there on the cusp of the 6th, 7th, and on the 7th, it's a brief peak that's easily missed, followed by a decline through key support, and then we must have a lot of price change to the upside somewhere between that decline on the 7th and the 8th, because on the 8th we have the abundance card indicates a move higher through key resistance. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through shortly thereafter with the full retracement. The abundance card also indicates new highs in a lot of cases, so it might be that we're seeing a new high here. When we look at the 1 year, we have strong cross-reading congruency here for a high towards the end of the month. On the 9th, so the decline from the 8th into the 9th, creating a important trough on a multi-day scale, and then towards the end of the day, we have a big move to the upside, a breakout on a multi-day scale. That turns into erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level on the 10th, where we revisit a crest that was recently a past opportunity, and early in the morning on the 10th, there's a sharp drop. This is most likely where we have our highest highs again, here on the 10th, the 8th, the 10th, and the 12th. On the 11th, we have a rally that offers opportunity to trade, and I'll talk about that in more detail. There's a prominent peak. On the 12th, we have sideways rotation that ends with a fast sudden move higher, taking us into a high high again, and then also a trade opportunity there. And then on the 13th, we have 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level. The third cross to the upside, usually confirming a bullish trend. A pop and drop on the 14th, bearish price swings on the 15th, either that or a sharp drop, or a sharp drop on the 15th. Before we go any further, let's take a look and see how we did for May. So it looked like we nailed this one pretty well, guys. Except we didn't have a lowest low at the end of the month. We came close, but it wasn't quite a lowest low. So here on the 3rd, we've got a low. I have it for the 3rd, 4th. On the 10th, we have another high. That was a high side, pretty much. And then we have a lowest low on the 13th. It looks like we pretty much nailed the lowest low. Highest high on the 21st, 22nd. And you can see we had a highest high here on the 21st, 22nd. I also had a lowest low on the 21st. Doesn't look like it was quite a lowest low, but it did end up being a prominent trough. And then not quite a lowest low at the end of the month, but pretty close. So this was really solid, guys. As far as the trades, I probably wouldn't have placed the trade on the 4th just based on it not being a lowest low as expected. So on the 9th, could open up a short position, possibly added to it on the 10th, but close out of those short positions on the 10th for a good profit, or you could have held it until the 11th, that would have worked, or the 13th. Well, we don't actually have it's the full card opportunity, so the 13th would have been pretty solid. These all would have been really profitable trades. On the 22nd, we would open up a short position, right here on the 22nd. You could have held the short position until the very next day for a profit, or you could have closed it the following day for a profit. You could have held it until I probably would have suggested the 29th or the 30th. 29th, 30th. These are, aside from one trade, which was a little iffy, all those trades were profitable, guys. Anybody that had the paid version knew about these trades and was following along with these trades and hopefully did pretty well. The way that you can get a custom reading done, like you have a ticker or a crypto symbol that you're interested in, you can get a custom reading done here. Under our services, SO Meta Post, scroll all the way down, custom monthly reading, click here to order. This is one of our pricier items, but the information that you get, you can't find anywhere else. Nobody even comes close to the same accuracy or detail. Now, keep in mind, we're not right all the time, so never trade like we are. You will regret it. And also, give it plus or minus a day of wiggle room here or there, depending on if the sequence of events is right on point or a little bit off. It could be a day here or there, but the sequence of events always remains accurate. So as long as you remember those things and you trade responsibly, you should do pretty good with this information, my friends. Again, found nowhere else, totally undervalued. You just put in the month that you're predicting and the ticker symbol or crypto. Specify crypto if it's crypto, and add to cart. Much appreciation to everybody that does that. On the 16th, we have a highest side. There's a sideways fluctuating rally that precedes a notable decline. On the 17th, an important support level on a one-year chart scale is highlighted. There's a peak towards the end of the day. It's possible that it's another highest side. We're having like multiple failed attempts to break through the resistance. It's possible. On the 18th, we have a notable move higher. On the 19th, we successfully turned resistance into support, and then that doesn't really hold because by the 20th, we're declining to and through support from another support. We rotate sideways along that support. There's a decline on the 21st off of another prominent peak. Out of the decline from the 21st, there's a rally into the 22nd along a diagonal trend line that ends with a fast sudden move higher, taking us back to a prominent peak at the upper end of a range, followed by a decline through that diagonal trend line with increasing volatility on the way down. And there's a lowest, it looks like there's possibly a lowest low in here on the 24th, out of which there's a big move to the upside, and then that big move to the upside is halted on the 24th. There's a sharp decline somewhere in there, hard to pinpoint, around the 23rd, 24th. On the 25th, we have a prominent move higher, a full retracement, and then right on the cusp of the 25th, 26th, big move to the upside that'll really stand out on a 1 month scale. I'm advised to be cautious on the 26th, multiple false tops, bottoms, or some sort of tricky chart behavior. On the 27th, another rally that offers trade opportunity and a prominent peak on a 1 month scale. We attempt to establish support on the 28th. On the 29th, we have a rally that increases with momentum moving forward into another highest high. And then at the end of the day, there's a big decline. After multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance, there's a big decline through multiple support levels. Decline continues into the 31st, where we revisit a support level important on a multi-day scale that was recently a past opportunity. And then, like I said, the sneak preview is a decline through multiple supports.